Hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well tonight. Welcome back to Forever Conscious Research channel. Thank you for joining me. Tonight I will be doing two streams. This first stream will be basically a list of upcoming topics that I plan to cover, and most of them are related to the Matrix, Reincarnation, Soul Trap. I'm really gonna put a heavy push on this. I'm trying to get the word out to as many people as possible. I know for those of you who have been around here a while, I've discussed it many times, but I think it's good that I think it's best that this channel kind of take a turn towards that and concentrate mainly on that. We all know that everything going on outside is a distraction to take us away from figuring out what's really going on here. So if I get a random person coming across the channel, I hope that they'll see this and then take initiative on their own to do their research into this, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. It's just like everything else, right? When you start to look into things and see, okay, yeah, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie. This same topic applies, but you see the patterns like you do with everything else. And all of this is about pattern recognition, right? And being able to pick up on what's going on. And because there is a separation between the physical and the astral, it's understandable that something like that topic cannot be is easily explained as some other lie or deception, right? But the point is it's happening. I know it's happening, and I'm out to try and help as many people see it as possible. Now, I know that some people may not like some references that I give, but too bad. Not everyone is on the same level, and I understand that. That's the difference. I understand what it took to get me here, and I understand what it's like to really battle this inside of you. It's a really crazy thing to figure this out and even, you know, acknowledge it, much less accept it. So my goal is kind of to help as many people see it as possible, because everything is rooted in sovereignty and liberation at the time of death. I mean, if we go and we talk about all these deceptions and manipulation that's going on related to whatever, you pick the topic going on in the mainstream media or anything related to this world, you're going to find it. It's just the way this place works. You're always going to run across something that will feed that narrative to you. It's just you know, because everything's inverted, right? This whole realm we live in is inverted. So what I want to do is kind of go over what I plan to do, and it's kind of crazy how many topics I put on here, and I don't know when I'm going to get to them all, but I really hope that putting this push out there will get some people to see it more. Or for those who are on the fence, you know, that's all I'm hoping for. And if you can't sign on to it and see it, that's fine too. But I think anyone out there who really puts in the work, and that's the thing with this, it's a lot of work to figure this stuff out. But it's there. It's there, and with a little bit of an outline, you can figure it out. So I don't know. I just hope I hope that as many people in the world see this as possible. I know my channel doesn't have much reach, but that's what I'm hoping. You know, it's just what I would prefer to be doing right now on the channel. So I hope those who have come here and are familiar with my previous content can kind of look at where this is headed and be cool with it. And I understand if I lose people along the way too. I'm not out to win everyone over. I'm out to throw the information out there in hopes that everyone does their own homework here. So let's get this up here. And again, I hope you're all doing well. I see a few of you chatting, and hello. Font's a little small on my end. Okay. So, yeah, just a quick note on comments and emails. I've gotten a lot recently, and I'm just extremely backed up. Sometimes with the comment section, I try to respond on the fly as they come in, and then a lot of times I can't. So then what I do is I try to prioritize them by going back to the furthest one back and then move forward. So if you do see me responding to comments that are new and then you had left a comment maybe like a few weeks earlier, a few days earlier, trust me, it's nothing personal. It's just how I'm able to manage it. I'm trying to do what I can. So yeah, let's so same thing with emails. There's a lot of people emailing, and I promise I get back to everyone whenever, as soon as possible. So upcoming topics that I'm going to cover on the channel, there's no particular order to this. Most of them will be done through live stream, and I'm working on Odysee as well. Odysee does have a live stream option that has been added, so I'm hoping to get that all configured and worked out. I'll be doing a few test streams over there, so any of you who have been on Odysee or signed up, just feel free to keep a lookout. Again, in the beginning, there'll be mostly test streams just to kind of see how I have to tweak the settings to get it to work over there, because I know it's a little different than YouTube. So some of them might look funky or sound weird, but you know, it's just a matter of figuring it all out. And for those of you who haven't checked out Odysee, I highly recommend it. So far, I really like what I see, and there's a referral link in the description tab, as well as a link there if you already have an existing account, and they do have referral credits, crypto credits you get for signing up too by using the invite link. So let's put all that crap aside. Yeah, as far as the dates and times for these specific topics, they'll be added as I'm able to get to them, and there's going to be no order to them. So first up is how to escape the Matrix reincarnation soul trap. This is an ongoing project I've been working on, and it will still likely take a few weeks or months to complete. I know many of you have commented about wanting to hear my plan, and as much as I want to get it out as quickly as possible, I can't rush this one, my friends. It's just far too important. So hang in there. I promise I'll get that one out there. Again, everything is rooted in sovereignty and liberation. That's really the bottom line with that. And you know, my plan is my plan, and I want all of you to be creating your own plan and doing what you need to do for yourself. So next up, past life regression, the positives and the negatives to consider prior to booking an appointment. As stated in one of my recent videos, please do your homework so you know the risks involved. I will also discuss in detail important things that we all should know prior to deciding to partake in such a session or sessions. The next one I was thinking would be a really cool thing for us to kind of do together. Oops. I don't know what happened there. Ay. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Does that look alright? No. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so Soul by Pixar. I'm planning to do a live watch party where we'll watch the movie and have an open discussion afterwards. So a video will be posted in advance to serve as a notification on both YouTube and Odysee with a scheduled date and time. Unfortunately, due to copyright issues, this cannot be streamed or uploaded to the channel. I will, however, make the video available for download on a file sharing website within 7 to 14 days or sooner, depending on if any editing is required. Should no editing be necessary, expect it within days. So if you missed the watch party, no worries, it will still be available. Please know that because I will be doing commentary and pausing it regularly throughout the entire movie, it is highly recommended that you watch the movie at least once or twice prior to to the watch party. Depending on interest and attendance, there are a number of other movies and TV episodes I'd like to cover and provide commentary for regarding the Matrix Reincarnation Soul Trap. So this could turn into a regular gathering once a month or once every other month. So, it'd be cool if maybe we got like a little group thing together for something like that. So I thought I'd just throw that out there and see if any of you are interested, and if it works, then we'll maybe have a regular thing with that. Okay, now this is going to be a really crazy one, but I'm dedicated to doing it. So commentary and analysis of case studies involving past, in between, and current life regressions, roughly 30 people, 30 cases. The commentary I'll provide will present overwhelming evidence of deception and manipulation involving the Matrix Reincarnation Soul Trap. This will be a multi-part series, and each part will be long in duration, but what you will hear is guaranteed to blow your mind, and I'm telling you, it's insane what you're going to hear out of their mouth. I just wish I could talk about all this stuff right now. It's just, there's so much out there. Anyways, the next video up would be unsettling narratives and misdirection being pushed by others covering the Matrix Reincarnation Soul Trap. This will be an extremely important video. Please remember, if someone is pushing anything but sovereignty, your discernment meter should be on full alert. This is a very loaded topic that may or may not piss off a lot of people, but I don't care. Because again, it's really most of us are way past all the exterior distractions, the gurus, the arrogance, the ego, all that stuff. So I really think it's best that everything that we do going forward, I mean, at least for me, okay, I can't speak for everyone else, but everything should be rooted in sovereignty. It shouldn't be about anything related to Earth and its subrealms, because that's where we got into trouble. And that brings me to the next video, the consent quagmire. Like it or not, we all unfortunately agreed to this experience of life after life and skipped the fine print, similar to all those terms of service agreements that we run across on the net. This is an ace in the hole that keeps the Matrix Reincarnation Soul Trap running. Okay, so the Parasite, that is my next video that I'm doing tonight. I'll be streaming that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's about 40 minutes from now. So feel free to, if you want, after this video, or if you're on your computer, you can open up the link and hit the set reminder button, or whatever you'd like to do if you'd like to hear that. What you're going to hear on that video, I'm throwing out a trigger warning right now, and I don't think I've ever put that on any of my videos. Maybe one, I don't even know. But what you'll hear with that, let's just say you're going to be disgusted. It's so But if you want to see some of the manipulation going on, it's a good video to catch up with. So okay, so next up would be memory loss of prior lifetimes and how it relates to our overall existence here in the Earth realm and its sub-realms of control. This is another ace in the hole that keeps the Matrix reincarnation soul trap running. Next video topic would be love, fear, and the ego. A Matrix reincarnation soul trap favorite go-to tactic of attack on our sovereignty. Another video I plan on doing is On the Fence, a guide to researching, understanding, and finally accepting the truth that is the Matrix reincarnation soul trap on your own. I just can't stress that enough, brothers and sisters, that I could talk all day about this. Other people can talk all day about this topic. But until you really dive in and start seeing it for what it is and looking at like near-death experience testimonies, pre-birth memory, all that stuff. I'm going to get into all of that in that video. And I'm also going to include a lot of good resources that you can use to aid in your help with that. So then we'll pop on. Hold on there. I don't know why it's doing that. That's showing up. Okay, yeah. So astral projection and out-of-body experiences, the best teachers and tools for success. Please be careful who you listen to. There are a lot. Tonight's video is a prime example. Later on tonight is a prime example of teachers you shouldn't be following and be your discernment meter will be off the roof, and you don't even need the discernment meter at 9 o'clock tonight, because what you're going to hear is just going to So all I'm trying to basically say is be careful who you're listening to. Be careful who is teaching you when it comes to those types of things with astral projection and out-of-body experiences. I'll do another video about what's on my bookshelf. And then another one will be near-death experience testimonies often claim an all-knowing. I disagree, and here's why. So yeah, I mean, when you listen to near-death experiences, you'll constantly hear people saying that they were all-knowing, they had access to every bit of information in the world. Well, if you're really listening to them, they're being told information. They're not all-knowing. They're not. That's a huge misconception, and I suspect, well, actually I know, that it is a deception coming from above, okay, that is messing with people, because these people are not all-knowing. They're not bringing anything back of value to society. I will say that most of the time they do improve their life as a result of that, and possibly those around them, or they're ridiculed. And then the other thing that a lot of people don't like to talk about is that a lot of times these people who experience near-death experiences, they are pretty shell-shocked for months, weeks, months, even years afterwards, and often seek support groups because they feel guilty and upset for coming back. You know what I'm saying? So that's a common thing, and it's swept under the rug. It's not talked about that much. It is discussed, but not as much as it should be. And it's a big thing. I know it's a big thing. You can see it when you're looking through these things. Okay, and another video will be what exactly is the soul. And then another one will be remote viewing the afterlife, moksha, reincarnation, commentary and analysis on multiple groups and people's efforts. This will likely end up being a multi-part series. And then I'll also have some interviews coming throughout the rest of the year as well. And finally, this is just the last few parts here before we finish up. I've had many tell me that you don't remember the last time you got a notification or haven't gotten notifications in months. There's only a few solutions, assuming they even work, please make sure to have the all notifications bell clicked. I've found that if it is set to personalized, then YouTube will rarely, if ever, notify you of uploads. So that's a big one. You want to make sure the bell is fully filled in. Okay. Okay, yeah, they won't notify you of uploads, premieres, or live streams. I'll also be adding scheduled live streams or premieres for the topics I just talked about above, once I have firm dates in mind. When ready, these can be found in the home tab of the channel. So, excuse me. So feel free to check back from time to time. Once you see a future live stream or premiere that is of interest, you can click the future video and hit the set reminder button to be notified when it goes live. Occasionally, I will also send out community posts through the channel, but those tend to be very unreliable, extremely unreliable. Okay. Yeah, just so you know, in the coming days ahead, I will also be conducting some live stream tests over on Odysee. So I'm hoping to do a multiple streaming thing where it goes on YouTube and Odysee, or I'm also planning on doing exclusive live streams over on Odysee with the hope of moving there in the long run, because the writing's on the wall, let's say, but we'll see, right? There's also a notification button over there. So if you're signed up and you go to my channel, there's a bell, I think, at the top that you can click on. If you are new to Odysee or haven't checked it out yet, feel free to click this link below and sign up, and then you'll also receive some free library crypto coins as a result of clicking the link. That's available in the description, just so you know. And then if you're already signed up for Odysee, all you got to do is just click this link. That's also available in the description. And then the last option, if you're having trouble finding things, is Twitter. I really can't stand Twitter, and I'll rarely post on there, but once in a while I'll pop up a link prior to going live, so feel free to follow me over there if you'd like. And just to kind of sum things up here, this channel has one goal. It's sovereignty and liberation from this realm and its sub-realms outside of here. Anyone distracting from that goal can go pound sand. You're just not welcome here. That's all. For those still searching and trying to figure it out, please stick around and do what you got to do. But I can't tell you how many distractions and just endless things I'm running across. And I think, you know, you have a majority that mean well, and then you also have others who are trying to tell you to go follow gurus and all that stuff. So it leads to my next one. You are your own guru. I highly recommend not allowing others to tell you what you should be doing, and start taking control of your own destiny, with the only goals being that of sovereignty and liberation. Like the many other things we've all learned about this realm, it's a never-ending bag of tricks. The discernment of information is always the most important. A hard lesson I learned is that just because something resonates doesn't always necessarily make it true. And, you know, so here are the links, you know, and that's going to be it. And, you know, I have UGETUBE too, which, again, at first I felt pretty confident about, but I'm going to be honest, there's no live streaming there. They're not really doing much over there, so if you want to head on over there, that's fine. But until they have something like live streaming and easier navigation for creators, it's kind of a moot point. So yeah, that's going to be it, really. So I hope to the one I'm really looking forward to doing is the Soul watch party. I think it would be a fun thing to do. So and a bunch of these other topics. So that's all. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I will see some of you later on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll go from there. I'm just gonna pop in the chat really quick say hello. Hey Sasha, good to see you. I got your email, Sasha. I appreciate that, and I plan to go over it more and respond sometime soon. So I appreciate you reaching out. Thank you. Lone Traveler, welcome. Nice to see you. Illusion of Reality, how's it going, FC? I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. SK said, JM said, be aware there is a war for your soul. Well, everyone knows. Yeah, I mean, I would say everyone knows that, but I think that's evident, right? It's just who you're mentioning. I'm done with him. I'm not even going to go down that road, but if you want further details, you can go and find my videos, interviews with him, and look at the pinned comment I left, because I'm just not going to go into that stuff, but I don't, for as much value as he had, he also muddies the waters, let's just say that, heavily. No offense to you, SK. I'm just throwing that out there. That's all. Lily Rudd says hello. Hey, nice to see you. Joyce, good to see you. Hello. Hope you're doing well tonight. Let's see. SK says, would be great if you had him on. He knows more than he publicly addresses in his presentation. That's for sure. I've interviewed him twice. And I have his home phone number. I have his Skype, but our relationship is pretty much done. So, Ann Pearson, hola, beautiful soul prisoners. Yes, hola. Yes, I like that. Yes, we're gonna make it out of here. Don't worry. SK, no, I'm sorry, he's not welcome here anymore. Lone Traveler. Well, I'm not going to get into anything else with him. Lone Traveler, looking forward to that one. Okay. Lone says, I've got a plan and looking forward to hearing yours. Great. I'm happy you have a plan. Everyone should have a plan. That's awesome. I highly encourage everyone work on that. And I know it's kind of weird, but at the same time, I think it's something we really should be thinking about and projecting out there every day. I do. I think it's, even if it's just for a short moment, I'm thinking about it quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. But I just think it's really important to put it out there. Ann Pearson says, greetings, Lily. Illusion says, please tell me what exactly is your problem with Monroe, Illusion? Why don't you expand on that? That's kind of weird. There's some things with Monroe that kind of are questionable, but it sure as heck doesn't discount all of his efforts in out-of-body experience work and astral projection, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what that means. The Moroccan King's cousin. Yes, it's a very tricky experience. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I've seen some of your comments. Again, I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to everyone. I know there's been quite a few of you here leaving comments, but just trying to get to them. Ann Pearson. Yeah, yep. Sex does keep the soul prison going. Yep, that's the root of it, right? And that's obviously a huge one, but also just the passing down of imprisonment, by your family, and it's no fault of their own, because it's conditioning and brainwashing. So what it does is it passes down, and it's an outbreak It's disgusting. Ian Pearson says my bell is on. Yeah, great. Thank you. Robbie, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Joy says on YouTube at 9. Yeah, 9 p.m. Yep, in about about 25, 27 minutes from now. Lone Traveler, thanks, FC. What's the email address? Okay, yeah, if you want to shoot me an email for the watch party, it's foreverconsciousresearch@gmail.com. So, all together, foreverconsciousresearch, no channel, @gmail.com. foreverconsciousresearch@gmail.com. Just shoot me a thing there. Let's see. Illusion of Reality says, I'm familiar with Pim Bam Lamal. Yep. Ann Pearson says, this is not a good place. Much too much injustice, pain, suffering, disease, and deception going unnoticed. Yep. Like I've kind of mentioned before, I think what really sums it up is this world is basically Stockholm Syndrome on steroids. That's the best way I can frame it, because everyone makes excuses, and they all make excuses when you start reading all this other stuff about the astral. It's just incredible. Excuse, over and over and over again. Okay. Ian Pearson says, no one dies old here, we all die young. Ian Pearson says, we should have access to our most basic needs to sustain life regardless of ability to pay. Yes, that's what I said. How sick is it that we are born here, we're raised here, and we have to battle our whole life to get a home or this or that? I've often made the comparison on previous videos that think about animals, birds. If a bird goes and is born and they want to build a nest, and there's a nest in a tree that they run up upon, they're going to go and they're going to build a nest in another tree, just like humanity should do. But no, all the land is taken up, and the whole thing related to all that stuff. It's just, don't even get me going on that. Yeah, it's sick. Totally sick. Anne says we should have access to our most basic needs to sustain life regardless of ability. Yep. Sorry for repeating that. Illusion Reality, I don't have any problems with Monroe. Was just making sure you weren't saying he is info. He's info. You mean disinfo? Okay. Ann Pearson says, I just knew not to breed slaves for this place. Yeah, same here. It was always in the back of my head, too. I was like, how can I bring something, a precious child into this world? I agree. Just going to read the next 4 messages here, and then I'm going to sign off. Ann says, I think we have an imposter playing Prime Creator. Thinks they are God, maybe. Yes, Ann. I completely agree with that. Yep. They're trying to mimic God as much as possible. Creator, whatever. Okay. Illusion Rally says, that's the one thing I've always disliked about chat things. Can get confused really. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I didn't know. Just because I flew through all those topics, so I didn't know. So I apologize if it came off wrong. I didn't mean that. I didn't know what you were referring to. It just seemed like an odd message the way it was framed, that's all. Yeah, SK says pay rent. Yep. Pay rent. All these bills. Moroccan King Cousin says this is a Soul Lab experiment. And yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't even say it's an experiment. I think it's I guess it is an experiment, because I think what they do is they go and provide different versions of humanity to throughout the ages, throughout centuries or what have you, and they're tweaking and manipulating our genetics along the way to make it easier for us not to figure it out. That's just my guess on the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Illusion reality. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't really sure, but I'm glad we cleared that up. Ann Pearson says they make excuses for poverty and all the other crimes against humanity. Yeah. Oh, it's absurd. And then they have these fake. It's not. I'm not even gonna go down that road. So it's all ridiculous. Okay, SK says Shen ring concept of Egypt is something you should look into. Okay, we'll write that down. Something rings true about Shen, but I don't know about the ring concept. Are you talking about? Is there any? Okay, I don't want to go too deep in this because I do gotta end this soon. But SK, if you can just throw that in there, is it related? Is the ring related to the astral? Because I'm pretty familiar with a lot of that. Robbie says evil has reign here. It seems to desire to be creator, but it's not. It has just been given reign for a time. Yeah, I think not to go into too much detail, but I think there was a disconnection of some who were okay, some group or being was broken and discarded, so to say, by the real creator. And what they did is they formed something. Again, this is just opinion. They formed this realm or hijacked it. And what they do is, because I don't think that they actually have a soul, but they have creative abilities, or they don't have a connection to the creator. That's the best way to put it. That I think they were able to be in this kind of, dare I say it, quarantine zone. And what they do is they likely live off of our energy and soul connection. So think about it. If they don't have a soul or a connected spirit to the creator, then they are likely feeding off of ours. And we know they're feeding off of us, right? So they're able to kind of tap into the creator via us and whatever the hell is going on in the astral realms. So just throwing that out there. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going on. It's just what I suspect is going on. There's no way to know for certain. But good comment, Robbie. Thanks for putting that up. I'm with you. Anne says, I loved enough to save a child from unnecessary suffering and hardship. This is a sick and twisted existence. Yeah, that it is. Anne says, what really sucks is it seems there is no one that our best interest in... What really sucks is it seems there is no one that has our best interest in mind and no one in power to take our very real concerns. Yeah. No, it's ridiculous, Anne. Hey, that we can go off on a whole tangent about that, and we could be here all night. But yeah, no, I'm with you. It's all by design, right? I mean, that's really what it all boils down to. In the end of the day, it's all by design. There's no one to hear our grievances and concerns because there's no one real in power. My mother said this before. She's like, well, what about this one saying that and this one saying this? And I tried to explain to her. I was like, it's a show. It's not real. I go, they have to have their lackeys up there playing good guy every once in a while to please people like us, to please people like you. So that's how I look at it. And I mean, it, like I've kind of discussed in the past, the historical record proves it. And then my mom says stuff like, "Oh, well, you know, they would come out and they'd say this and that if they knew this was going on, and blah 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 blah." She's finally coming around to it, but the point is you know, let's be real here. If someone let's just say, you know, let's just say the president or a congressman or a senator came out and was able to get on TV and speak a few minutes apiece. First off, they would cut them off as soon as possible. Second off, it wouldn't go viral unless they had a plan to twist and turn it to make it look like the person's crazy or obscene. And that's what they do anyways if any bit of it got on the air. So it requires a group dynamic for anything to be hopeful. No individual will ever fix this place. Ever. And that's why you just have to come to, I mean, as sick as it is, we have to get to the point where we just don't care. It is what it is, right? I mean, that's where I'm at. I hate to even say that, but I just don't care. I'm so through with all of it that whatever happens, happens. Let it burn. Let it do whatever. I don't support it. I think it's disgusting, but I'm so past the point of trying to think that small guys like us can make change. And yeah, and Lily says, well, I'm saying no to that. Right on. Say no. Yeah, we don't consent. See, that's why it's so important to be sovereign. That's why I keep pushing that. I keep saying it's all about sovereignty and liberation. There is an end in near, but we just have to serve out the rest of our sentence. What happens behind here is beyond our control. At least I think it is. Although I do have some plans. That might actually be another video to discuss. But I'm okay. I gotta wrap this up, guys, because I got another stream coming at 9 o'clock. It's 8:45. So I'll read a few more, and then I'm out of here in about 4 or 5 minutes. Lily says we are the last ones, in my opinion. Yes. Yep. Yes, we are. I mean, look at where the whole society's headed with transhumanism. I mean, they are going to create another illusion on top of this illusion, and good luck getting out of that, right? You're going to have layered illusions. Is it? And I think we're probably already in one. I do. An illusion within an illusion. So it could be an illusion within an illusion within an illusion. And once someone agrees to take that chip, my heart goes out to the children right now that are growing up in this crap. Oh my God, they don't stand a chance. I hope to God there's some out there that are just, everyone out there who sees what's going on or has intuitive parents that know what's going on and they're educating them in the right direction. Illusion Reality says, Dan left YouTube, his channel is over. Yeah. Dan, for everyone, I've brought him up many times. Overwatch Project. Dan does great work to about this topic, about the reincarnation soul trap matrix. So check him out. A great resource. Has a website as well, and he also has Odysee. You can actually find him. I reposted or tweet, whatever the heck the term is on Odysee. I reposted one of his more recent videos sometime last week, and yeah, he had issues with whatever. I'm not gonna do it with this platform. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up there, and yeah. So if any of you want to come along in about 12-13 minutes from now, you're gonna see quite a spectacle from a channel called Astro Club. It's vile. So that's it. So I will see you guys soon. Much love and blessings, and see you at 9 o'clock.